Hey there, BC Spirits. This is episode number 4. I hope you've been enjoying the episodes. Last week we had Absinthe with Solomon Siegel, my good friend. Great episode. The Absinthe heads in BC. There's plenty out there to look at it. I hope you're enjoying all the episodes. Thank you for your support. Today, my tongue is already tingling. Today I'm doing liqueurs. So this is going to be part 1 of liqueurs, and I thought about this for flavoured gins as well. It's probably volume 1 for flavoured gins as well, because there's a few out there now, and I want to cover all of them. So this is going to be part 1 of liqueurs. I've sort of got a nice array, but they're sort of themed, sort of not themed. So I've got the coffee liqueurs, because I know there's a few of those in BC now. Sort of started with orange and flowed through. So today we're going to be tasting, first up is the Barrels of Sunshine from Shelter Point. I'm really looking forward to this one. One that I've tried before, but I can't quite remember. The Legends Manitou Orange and Sumac Liqueur. Then we go down into the island again to the Ampersand Nocino Green Almond, which leads us, of course, to Sons of Vancouver, the Amaretto, number 82. We go up to Nanaimo to Arbutus Distillery with Birch Liqueur. This one's a fun one. I haven't tried this one, guys, so this is the first time for me too. And we go to Wayward with their Krupnik, their spiced honey liqueur. And then we're going to finish off, which will ruin my palate completely for the rest of the day because it's so intense, is the Cream of Cassis from Odd Society, which I couldn't remiss for this one. Now, I know there's going to be people who say like there's plenty of fruit liqueurs in BC. I know that Okanagan Spirits makes tons. I know Urban Distillers make tons. I'm probably going to leave that to an episode in itself and try and taste a few of the Urban Distillers. I know that Urban Distillers, Okanagan Spirits, and Maple Leaf all make fantastic fruit liqueurs. I kind of want to sort of sit and try and pick the best of each category. So the best cherry, the best kirsch, so on and so forth. But although kirsch will probably be in my brandy episode. So let's get started on this one. This one is single malt based liqueur. So this one's exciting because I think liqueurs are super underrated in BC. I don't think enough people are making them. You are starting to see more and more, but I still don't think people are making as many as they should. And with everything that's available during summer, I think there's just a massive market for BC liqueurs. So the Sunshine is a maple orange chai liqueur. Now this is interesting. Like for me, oh, you get the orange straight away, spicy chai, and I know it's very anti-Canadian to me, but I really don't like maple syrup as a flavor profile. I haven't grown up with it. I haven't forced myself to enjoy it. And the hard thing is my wife enjoys maple syrup on her breakfast, like on everything, like the eggs, the bacon, everything. It makes me cringe. So maple is a flavor that I'm still palately cleansing myself, like acclimatizing myself to. I suppose if you tried Vegemite for the same time, you'd probably feel the same way. And I put Vegemite on everything. No residual sweetness. Really, really laid back on the sweetness, like viscosity wise. It's still sweet, but it's like orange flesh sweet. It's tasty. For me, this always reminds me straight away. I remember tasting this a while ago. Doing a rusty nail. Grab the Shelter Point cask strength with that rye content that it's got, that high proof. Equal parts this and that over ice with an orange twist. Bam! You've got yourself a really great BC rusty nail with that one. So next up, and everybody, I'm sorry, I'm going to be drinking a lot of water in this. Like the sweetness is going to kill me. Next up, we have the Manitou. So Manitou, however you pronounce it. I pronounce it Manitou. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, like I do most Canadian words. So the Manitou, straight up orange. You can smell it as soon as you open that bottle. It's full on orange. And if you ever tried sumac, sumac's this great, like vinegary citrus seed. Super hard to extract that flavor that you get on the nose into the liquid, but they have with this one, and it gives this sort of preface of acidity when there's no acidity there. It's very odd. But the orange and the sumac is so aromatic, it's crazy. Oh, you get the orange straight away. Sumac follows through. With that punchy, earthy orange. It's a different sort of orange. Orange bark Like if you rub an orange tree on the bark, that's what I get. Again, not a huge amount of sweetness in this. My suggestion would be to grab some Lady of the Cask or some Cowchin brandy and do a sidecar variation. That would be my call on that one. This one's the Nocino. Green walnuts, honey, lemon peel, and spices. You can see it right there, the Nocino with an exclamation point. Dark, viscous. Nocino would typically be served post-dinner in Italian, classic Italian sort of settings. Ooh. Oh, that green walnut funk. Great color, look at that. Just for days and legs and legs and legs. I think this one's going to set my palate for the rest of these. Ooh. Just dry. That residual sweetness is balanced so hard with the dry green walnut. Very reminiscent of like a rum cake. Like a really heavy, soppy, sticky rum cake. That's what reminds me with this. Like when I was growing up, you'd buy them from the local like convenience store, and they'd be like this like super moist. You slice into it and literally stick to the knife. Sort of Christmas spice, and that green walnut just goes on for days. Chill it, pour it as it is. Don't screw with it. Have some chocolate cake with it. Do that. Oh, that flavor just goes on for days. Okay, now this one's sort of a classic. This I have to say this is a classic in BC now. This and the Odd Society Cassis have like taken, I think, but this was one of the first like liqueurs that were really mainstreamed in BC. The guys at Odd Society are super crazy, eccentric, smart dudes that I love, like James and that I love hanging out with them. They're always thinking of like how to twist something to be original, awesome, better, cool, and their whole brand is definitely like around that. Straight away, apricot kernels. You got that strong apricot, vanilla, orange, honey, demerara, all the things that like are in it. This is not like any Amaretto you've ever tasted before in your life. If you're used to like super sickly sweet, faux flavored Amarettos, this is going to blow your skirt up. Try it with an Amaretto sour a la Jeffrey Morgenthaler. Splash a little bit high proof bourbon in there. You might need a little bit more sweetness because this isn't sickly sweet. Amaretto sour, high proof bourbon, or go something like the Prospector from Odd Society, and then you got yourself a solid Amaretto sour from Vancouver. Okay, something brand new. I haven't tried before. I saw it at the liquor store. Arbutus Distilling in Nanaimo. Go check out their website. Some of the liqueurs they got are just insane. Lavender, I think I've posted up on the Instagram. They've got a whole schwack load of liqueurs. You've got to check them out. We did the Amaro a couple of weeks ago. This one's a birch liqueur, which I'm guessing would be literally just birch syrup mixed with a neutral grain, like a grain spirit, to create a liqueur. The back of the bottle doesn't say too much. It just says birch. Genius. Maple syrup, birch syrup, all from BC trees. Well, I'm not going to lie to you viewers, my palate is getting shot with how much sweetness. I'm not a really big sweet guy, so this is like just shooting my palate off. Oh, I got two more to go. So I'd be curious about this because, as you've heard, like I've already said, my love for maple and bourbon and maple and birch and that sort of thing. Ooh, but this. Ooh, I don't think I've ever actually had like birch syrup in its truest form. I've had faux birch syrups in Australia, but I don't think I've ever had birch syrup in its truest form. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Do a like a bourbon old fashioned. Use this as a sweetener. You might need to add a little bit more sweetener, but like do some bourbon old fashioned style with this one. give it a try. Go get a bottle for sure. I really like this a lot. A flavor like I'm not used to, and maybe that's just my palate not being like Canadian, but birch syrup liqueur, I'm down. Okay, 2 left. So, this one's been on the market for a little while now. The Wayward Distillation Krupnik. It is a classic Polish liqueur, Polish Eastern Bloc liqueur, usually a honey spirit or honey liqueur with spices. So you can imagine just spiced honey liqueur. They've doubled down on the honey, obviously, because Wayward only makes honey spirit. All their spirits are honey. So their gin, their vodka, everything. Honey is extremely difficult to ferment. Well, there's a lot of sugar, so it's easily fermentable. But making something from honey is just the most insane thing to think about, and ridiculous to think that you're going to make spirit from honey. So they doubled down on the honey, made a spiced honey liqueur. I know that Raven is doing a cocktail competition on Wednesday, so tonight. And so she's using Krupnik as well as their raspberry ginger vodka with some stout from Souk. Yeah, the stout from Souk Brewing. And she's making a cocktail with that, and I tasted it. It's freaking awesome. It's 40% too, so be careful. Like if you drink this as a liqueur, it's gonna get you wasted. And it's the same alcohol content as like your gin or your vodka, but doesn't taste that way. Oh, carrot cake, grandma's carrot cake, spice, honey. It's not cloying at all. Like, I know I'm saying that these are sweet, but like not cloying in the way that you've got just like so much sugar just coating your tongue that you can't taste anything for the rest of the day. Or if you just bit into a pepper, it still wouldn't matter because you've got so much sugar. Residual sweetness minimum. But oh my god, it literally tastes like carrot cake. And I love a good slice of carrot cake. Go down to Pagliacci's, try the carrot cake. It's epic. That's what I remind. Walnuts and carrot cake, and just delightful. But be careful, folks. This is 40%. So let's put in perspective. I might be shocked here. 30. 27.1. Which is a weird number, but I always find it hard to find their number. And I still can't find the number. Where are you? 26. This lovely little number is 25. So this is probably the strongest liqueur we have. So enjoy it on the rocks or in a cocktail. Hot toddies. Epic and hot toddies. I know it's just towards the end of winter. Epic and hot toddies. But our last liqueur. I gotta warm myself up to this because it's a big berry liqueur. It is sticky as hell. I'm going to change up my glass here. Give me 2 seconds because the glass I chose for this one is not the wisest glass for this one because I really want to show everybody how sticky this is. Oh my god. So, on Society's Cassis. Let's get a really good look here. Look at that sucker. Look how much purple's up on the side. It literally looks like Grimace is rolling around in the glass at high G's. He's in one of those G machines at the local carnival. And it just drags on for days. So, funny story about Cassis. Kier Royale, everybody knows about the Kier Royale. It actually comes from the drink called Kier. And Kier is actually a town in Dijon. And the mayor of Dijon had a whole bunch of people come in from a tourism body to visit the town and show. So he created a cocktail using the local liqueur. Not this one in particular, but the category Cassis. And the local dry white wine. And there was born Liqueur. And so it showcased local products, which we're doing on these videos, which I think is a great story. And the Cassis is just a fantastic spirit. Oh, just blackcurrants for days. Oh my god. It's like Ribena, which, coming from Australia, or if you're from England, you'll know what Ribena tastes like. That for days and days and days. You don't need a lot of this to really make an impact in your drinks. That's the great thing. BC spirits are sometimes a little bit more expensive than the regulars, but you don't need a huge amount of product to really accentuate that BC spirit. Bring in literally a half an ounce in a glass of Prosecco. for your girls or for you guys on the weekend having a party. Honestly, do a Cuillère Royale, bang out a whole bunch of these. You'll have a hell of a time. Yeah, the Cassis is just fantastic. As you're probably going to tell, I don't edit my videos at all. I just do it pretty raw. I may edit in the future, but what's the fun of that? I do stammer. I do lose my train of thought. I do get excited. I love BC Spirits a hell of a lot. And this has just opened up another myriad of different things. I know I'm going to do vermouths in the next little while. I know I'm doing brandies because I've got a lovely bottle of Lady of the Cask right here waiting to be drunk. I have a bottle of Narrative in the back there from Okanagan Crush Pad ready to be drunk. I have a ton of vermouths coming, especially a new one that's exclusive. But yeah, the different flavor, and this is probably part one of maybe 3. So we've probably got up to 15 to 21 different liqueurs in BC right now. Most you don't see on the shelves. Most get sold out of the wine doors in the Okanagan. But go out and find these. Track down the Sunshine Liqueur. Track down the Manitou. Track down the Nocino. Definitely that's definitely a has to be on the back bar option for the Sons of Vancouver. This little underdog that I didn't expect to enjoy as much as I did. This one always super popular. Have to go to the distillery and get some, or track it down to the liquor stores. And of course, if you love bubbles, you need to have Cassis. Plain and simple. So this is episode 4, part 1 of Liqueurs. I'm not sure when I'm going to do part 2, but I will be sure it'll be done. This may be cut out. Part 1. I'm not sure when I'm going to do part 2, but yes, definitely go out and enjoy your liqueurs. Change up the way you make your cocktails. Enjoy BC Spirits like I do. Thank you very much for the support, and I'm grateful for everybody watching or listening if you're listening to the podcast. Keep watching. I'm always going to be tasting new stuff. Thank you for all the support on Instagram. I love the fact when I throw out a question, people answer it. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. I'll see you soon. Bye.